welcome YahNe Ndgo.
My loves, how you doing? So, I've heard a few things mentioned up here. Tim Canova was just mentioned. His primaries is Tuesday. And, I've also heard my good friend Samira mentioning that Bernie is not a political revolution. We are a political revolution. I think it's really important at this point. I just want to say thank you to Bernie Sanders. Can we give Bernie? I really love and appreciate, Bernie Sanders for what it is that he has done. Some of you may have seen me at the Green Party convention. I was one of the keynote speakers there. And one of the things that I talked about was this idea of Bernie sheepdogging, right? And that really, really upset people, and it's an upsetting idea. So I want to talk about that idea a little bit, because I do think that when you look at all of the evidence, that it does seem like that's what's happened, right? But what we're standing here looking back with hindsight. We saw everything that happened. One thing that Bernie would never have been able to predict was what the response was going to be to his campaign. So if in the beginning he was talking to people about the potential of playing this role, what would that have done? Playing this role would have given him the opportunity to take all of these issues that are so important to all of us and put them in a national place and begin to have a national conversation about them. And then for him to be able to negotiate and put himself in a position within the Democratic Party to be able to try to lay some groundwork and some groundwork there in order to be able to make sure that those issues would be able to be addressed down the line. And I believe that that's what Bernie's plan was. I don't think that he was out to betray us. I don't think that he realized how well we were going to be prepared to receive his message. But the reality is that moving into the Democratic Party and trying to reform it is not a revolutionary act. We responded not only because he was speaking to our issues, but also because we understood that word revolution, and that a revolutionary approach is the only way that we were actually going to be able to address those issues. You cannot address these kinds of issues within this kind of system in an incremental way. It is not possible. Every incremental step you take this way, they're going to bring all the power and resources to push way further back than you even were when you started. So the reality is, we're now all together. We have to take our power, we have to take our numbers, we have to drive ourselves in a revolutionary way to make sure that we bring an end to all of the inequity, all of the poverty, to the end to the war. These things have to go away. And how we know we can't do it is this man who was our beacon is now, we have not heard a peep from him about Tim Canova's campaign. Tim Canova is on the front line right now. He is taking a major battle and has made major sacrifices responding to Bernie's call. And Bernie's endorsed him. He helped him with that fundraising, but he has had to go silent because he can't work within the Democratic Party and then speak on everything that he believes in whatever way he wants to, because they have a level of hold on him. And we are not going to be able to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish in a party that says, but when it comes to the issues and the people that are the cornerstone of our corruption, you have to leave them alone. You can't do it. That's the reason why we've got to break up this whole two-party idea. It's time to break it up. It's time to break it up. And for progressives, and that's the reason why there are so many Jill Stein shirts around here, and why there are so many Jill Stein signs around here, because for progressives, the place for us to go is in the Green Party and in support of Jill Stein. You sat there and you watched on the debates and through the different speaking engagements and everything. As much as it was that Bernie Sanders spoke about our issues, there are so many things that he never ever said. He never talked about Honduras. He never talked about Haiti. He never talked about Rwanda. And he has yet to really talk about the election fraud that we know has happened, especially people here in California. He Green Party is because regardless of whatever it is that the Green Party has accomplished in the past, they are ready to work with us. They are ready to hear our voices. They are ready to bring our energy and transform themselves. The Green Party is like, we are ready to be what the people need. We are ready to represent the people. It's a grassroots-based organization, not bringing money in from corporations, not bringing in money from big super PACs, working with the people to build itself up, to be what we need, to represent us. So we have to pull ourselves together. We have to pull ourselves together and fight where they are fighting with us instead of trying to go in and fight into a place that's consistently fighting against us. So we need to continue to command, we need to continue to educate people about the choices that they have. Everybody has the right to know that there are more than 2 candidates that they can vote for. Everybody has the right to vote for the candidate that is aligned with their principles and will support the world that they want and the goals that they have. They need to know who they are. They need to hear from them. They need to be able to learn from them. They need to have access to them. And we have to demand that every single person in this country has knowledge of our candidate, Jill Stein, and has the understanding of where she's coming from so that they will realize that she is the only one that we can cast our vote for in November. My name is YahNe Ndgo. Thank you so much.